Welcome to The Voiceover with your host, Dee Foster III, where we discuss relevant topics that affect the culture with bold, independent commentary. Get ready to be inspired, enlightened, and encouraged.
Welcome to the Voiceover Now podcast. I'm your host, Dee Foster III, CEO and President of Wake Up Global Networks International. Come on, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, follow. Matter of fact, hit the hype button. Push this into the algorithms. I hope you and your family are doing well. Did you enjoy When Church Goes Wrong, Part 10? I didn't know it was going to go that long, y'all, but I hope you learned something out of it. Listen, I always say I may not know everything, but certain things I know what not to do. I want you at the beginning of the show to like this, to subscribe. I want to say shout out to April J, WPBMediaNetworks.com, Pastor Maple Hall, so much. Thank you for giving us a voice on your platform. We deeply appreciate it. Listen, don't forget, every Sunday morning, the live upload of the Voice of Hope Connection with thee. You're going to get encouraged. You're going to get hope. You're going to be inspired. But most importantly, you're going to be encouraged to go on the inside to find your answers. That's the Voice of Hope Connection with thee each and every Sunday. Or you can watch. You can watch it. You can watch the re-upload. You can come on late. You can get it whenever you can get it. I forgot the word, right? But I ain't gonna stop this recording to give you the word. But you understand, you can get it wherever you can get it. Listen, I want to show you a clip of this message. Now, y'all know I'm transparent. Y'all know I am real. I want to take you into a clip. I'm working on another series, right? And I'm going to announce that series on next week. But I want you to be ready for the series that I'm about to get into. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a little hint. This is going to deal with the issue that we have in the church that keeps on keeping on getting people out it. But anyway, I'm going to talk about this. Because, on this podcast, we talk real situations and real subjects, not about people, but object lessons that can, because until we learn certain lessons or until the church learns certain lessons, certain things are going to keep going and keep happening. But anyway, I ain't started that series yet. Here's what I want to say. I want you to go into this clip, and I'll be right back after this. I'm talking about some real things that happened in my life as I was transitioning out of pastoring and why that happened. All right? I want you to hold tight, and I'll be right back after this. Serving, right? And again, I'm not going to lie, this is a big transition as being a senior pastor for all of these years, having been served, right? Now, I've always served those who were over me, but I'm talking about on a large level. But it was through that serving and being made public and having to serve Bishop Brister and having to be on the platform and having to pick up people and having to introduce people and having that I got known in a wider circle. Back then it matters. Today, I don't give a damn. I'm just saying how I've transformed. But again, I think all of that was purposed for coming out of such a traumatic situation that the Spirit of God says, I'm going to help you heal, and I'm going to help you regain your confidence that you are who I said you are, regardless of what has happened. Because sometimes when stuff happens, we can forget who we are. That's why I started Wake Up. Sometimes when stuff happens, we can forget who we are. So I get there, I learn the city, I have a degree of honor respect, I end up having a ball. New Orleans is like New York. It is the city that never ever sleeps. And wow, was I having a ball. I was having fun. I never really had fun pastoring in the DMV. The eyes were all on me. Though eyes were on me in Louisiana, but I want you to get it. There was always expectation. I'm always mindful that people are looking to pull me apart. Well, I mean, I'm not the senior man here. I'm just being real. This is my thought. I'm going down the Bourbon Street. I'm going to have me a hurricane. I don't care who's looking. I would have never done that in Baltimore, right? I do it now because I've transformed and I don't care what people think. But if that's what you do. But I was having a blast. I had my honor. I was making good money. I was a guest speaker out. I had notoriety. And let me say that the only reason these things mattered then is because of how broken I went there. I think if I went there whole, it wouldn't have meant as much. But because I went there a broken, traumatized, hurt man, it meant the world. And I started to feel restoration. And I started to love. Now remember, I was never coming back to the DMV. Though I'll get to the point where I needed to come back because I thought all doors were closed, but there were still some doors that I needed to close and still some closure that was necessary that I was too hurt to recognize when I left. But I'll get to that. I'll get to that. So I'm having a ball, y'all. I am having a blast. School is growing. And New Orleans it was before Katrina. It was just a fun city. Always something to do, never close. And if I get out of church at 11 and we want to go eat their restaurants, I put it on a southern type of New York City, like a southern New York City. It was fun. I was having a ball. I was getting my work done, but I was having a ball. I lived uptown, not too far from the French Quarter. I loved my condo where I live. The church treated me right, man. It was just a much needed great time. But now I have to tell you, the whole entire that is on my Patreon. If you think that's something, I deal with this on my Patreon. If you're interested in becoming a part of the Lit Patreon, the information is on the screen, or you can go to our website and get a link. It's www.wakeupglobalnetworks.com. On Patreon, I drop content that does not appear on YouTube, does not appear on Facebook. It is intimate conversation. I go in depth in certain subject matters, no holds borrowed, right? And so it behooves you to be a part of Patreon. I've got certain guests on Patreon that are not on YouTube or Facebook. I've talked about certain subjects. The part of my book is on the Patreon where I record the first part of my book, God, Astrology, and the Bible. Understanding Light Language, that's on Patreon. So you'll get a lot of content, including this, Unashamedly Pivoted. I talked about my pivot in my experience. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm coming back with some tremendous content. Let me say this. One of the things that I don't hate on anybody, I'm not knocking anybody. One of the things you will not find with me, and that is I don't do reactionary videos. I don't play other people's content on my content. I just don't do it. I do the homework and I come up with answers, solutions, issues, resolutions on my own, right? So if you want it straight, no chaser, it's right here, the Voice Over There podcast. Until next week, don't forget, you have a voice. Keep lifting it. Peace.
Thank you for being a part of The Voiceover. Please follow us on all of our social media platforms to stay connected to our upcoming shows and guests. Instagram at The Voiceover Radio. Twitter at DPropheticI. That's the letter D, prophetic, EYE. If this show has enriched you in any way, please share The Voiceover among your circle. Until next time, keep allowing your voice to be heard.